want you to improve not only your fluency, but also I want you to improve your confidence when it comes to speaking, because I know fluency is mostly the goal that almost every language learner aims for. But there is one important criteria, one important factor that most of the time get left out in the equation of language learning, and that is confidence. You see, with confidence, you can really boost your fluency. With confidence, you can speak with this authority, with this command over the language. So I'm here to help you, you know improve your fluency and also gain confidence, you know on your way to achieving your language learning goals. Today we are talking about how to plan and evaluate your action. you know we started talking about language learning about, I think, almost a month now. We talk about memory strategies, we talk about social strategies, and today we are talking about how you can plan, you know, your language learning goals and how you can evaluate your actions. We'll be sharing some strategies, and of course, I would like to hear a lot about you. What kind of strategies do you use to plan your action, to plan your goal, and what kind of mechanism or system do you use to evaluate your actions as you go through the language learning, process? Lucia, tell me about your language learning journey. Where did you start? Where are you and where are you going? But most importantly, tell me about how you plan. What are the plans you make, as or even let's start from the very first language you started learning. How was it like and how did you plan for that?
Actually, English is my first language. I speak Spanish. My native language is Spanish, and I started learning English like 6 years ago. And it was for the university because it's required. It's I don't know how to say it in English, but it's part of the courses that I have to take. And that's the first language. And now I try to return to practice English because in my work I need to speak a lot with other researchers and read a lot of scientific communication. So I need to improve my skills in that way.
That's great. So we are talking about planning, right? Because like I know without plan, we cannot do we cannot do anything, right? You really have to plan, especially if you want to get to where you want to go. You need to have a plan, right, for how you're going to start from where you are and get to the point where you are able to speak fluently. Hello, Bernardo.
Hi, hi Isaac. How are you?
I am doing fantastic, man. It's been a while. How are you, man?
I'm fine, thanks. Well, let me say to you what's happening in my journey now. If I said before, I began to study English in January when I downloaded this app. Then I began to get the language more serious, and I began to participate in parties almost as a listener to understand what people are talking about. And the topics are very interesting for me, but I can't speak in a properly way. The main uh, the main problem is that the pronunciation. I think I have many problems with pronunciation and with my strong Brazilian accent. Then I decided to two weeks ago to bought a grammar book, and I began to start grammar as a plus in my journey, and I'm trying to be less embarrassed to speak in tandem parties because I know that everybody who's now are in advanced level were a beginner as me. Then I'm trying to speak more with mistakes, and I don't mind if I'm committing mistakes. That's it.
Wow, that's great. That's great. You know that you're making some mistakes, and even though you don't speak fluently, you still want to join parties and speak with native speakers and advanced proficient speakers, and in that way, you kind of aim to be better every day. You aim to be fluent with every conversation you have. That's great. That's great. Thank you for sharing that with us, Bernardo. I think one of the plans you did was what did you say you bought a grammar book and you started studying grammar?
Yes, I bought 2 weeks ago, and I'm studying a book called English Grammar and Vocabulary, Michael Vinci, Intermediate Language Practice.
Okay, okay. So does it mean that when you started learning English, you really did not pay much attention to grammar?
No, I think I need to study grammar. It was a problem because I had studied grammar many years ago, and I have to remember what now to speak properly, to be more confident with making sentence when I'm talking in Paris.
Great, great. So you studied grammar a long time ago and you forgot most of them. So you needed to refresh your mind on specific grammar details. So thank you for that. And I think now it's kind of it's helping, right? You can see the improvement in your grammar. Is that correct?
It's I'm in the very beginning of the studying of grammar, but I think I'm refreshing my mind of all this stuff, and I think probably I will have a progress in my journey studying grammar, combined with listening and I'm listening a lot of podcasts like the Daily New York Times pronunciation with Mr. Barry, who is ambassador here in Tandem, and 6 Minute English of BBC. I'm doing what I can to do my best.
Wow, wow, that is impressive. I can see that you are dedicated, committed to the journey. Yeah, with all the things that you said, all the things that you're doing, the activities that you've kind of incorporated in your plan, if I may, I think yeah, you're gonna see improvement. Yeah, you're gonna be really fluent. The thing is, you just keep going and make sure that you're progressing each day. And thank you for sharing that with us, Bernardo. If you are able to learn English and not just learn it, to speak it fluently, I believe it'll help you to achieve certain goals that you have for your life. And I think learning to speak English fluently is somehow connected to your life's purpose. And I'm all about people living fully to their life's purpose. And if English can help you to really live fully to the purpose of your life, then I am going to be an ambassador for you, to really pursue your purpose. And I'm here to help you, improve your English and whatever language you're learning. If some of these strategies can help you, acquire that language and speak it fluently, I'm so happy to be here and to help.